Well, it's Friday night. That means it's time for truck racing here at Midwest Motorsports. I'm Trevor Mack. Hopefully, being joined by James J here shortly. He's just having a bit of technical difficulties, so for first little bit here, it'll just be me. Tonight, we are racing at the 1 mile in Dover, Delaware, the Monster Mile concrete oval. We have 15 trucks in the field tonight. Dustin Reinsettle has scored his 6th pole of the season in the number 11. And he's going to have the godfather of Midwest Motorsports, Eric Thaler, starting to his outside on the front row. I believe we have 113. Is 113 or 131? Double check that. 131 laps tonight. We have about 40 laps to a tank of fuel, so you're looking at 3 to 4 pit stops, and these drivers have 3 sets of tires in the pit, so plenty of tires to get them through the race. And we're looking to get rolling here in just a second as I'll bring up the full starting grid. As I mentioned, front row is going to be Dustin Reinsettle and Eric Thaler. Starting on row 2, you got Robert Lavery in 3rd, Jason Phillips in 4th. Row 3 is going to be Riley Harris and Travis Jones. Row 4 is Marco Lavery and Michael Harris Jr. Row 5, Zachary Tyler and George Harris. Row 6 is Charlie Smith and Ron Schomer. And then rounding out the rest of the field, we're going to have John Aslan in 13th, Norm Snyder in 14th, and Chris Thaler in 15th. Pace truck bringing everybody down the backstretch here. And we're going to be getting ready to go green. Dustin Reinsettle is going to lead them out of turn 4, and he's going to take the green flag here to start us off for the first of 131 laps tonight. Eric Thaler gets a really good jump on the outside, though, as the 15 is going to take the lead in turn 1. 88 now to the outside of Dustin, coming out of turn 2. There's not a lot of grip here tonight. The track is not that hot, but it feels pretty hot. After about 5 laps or so, the grip is really going to start to go away on these trucks. You're going to be looking at over 2 seconds of fall off over the course of the fuel run. As you see Travis Jones in the 96 riding behind the 11 and 88. 88 gets in the wall a little bit, and 96 is going to squeak on by. And now he's lost another spot to the 33 of Robert Lavery. This is one of the better tracks for the 33. He's fast in practice, fast in qualifying. He finished 5th here last season, I believe. This is 15 of Eric Thaler still leads him around. Hugging the bottom of the track. Now Travis Jones is going to the inside of the 11 for 2nd place. Can't quite get it done. The 11 gets the run on the high side coming out of turn 2. And now the 33 is all over the back of Travis Jones, trying to steal 3rd place away. You see the rear end of these trucks really slide out on the exit of the turns here, specifically turn 4. You'll probably see a lot of people scrape the wall and might take a little nosedive towards the inside wall at some point during this race. Reinsettle looking like he's planning an attack on the 15 here, and he's going to go down to the inside into turn 1. 15 up the track, and the 11 moves on by. So the pole sitter Dustin Reinsettle back to the lead here on lap 6. These top 7 or so have broken away from the rest of the pack. Big gap from, we got Zachary Tyler in 7th, Back to George Harris in 8th. Sort of spread out there, but all the action is still up front. Travis Jones now looking to the inside of Eric Thaler. 96 with a little bit more grip on the bottom, gets it really loose off of the turn, isn't able to complete the pass. We'll see what happens in turn 1 here. And he clears him, takes second spot away. 15 now back to 3rd place. And now under attack from Robert Lavery in the 33. Robert wants to move up into the top 3. You got Jason Phillips in the 88 right behind these two. Thought about taking it 3 wide for the second. Thinks better of it. Not really a great idea here at Dover. Right behind these guys side by side, you got the 3 of Zachary Tyler, 49 of Riley Harris. George Harris has caught right back up to these guys. The side by side, he's gained that 1.5 seconds that he was behind them, bunching up this field a little bit. Eric Thaler continues to slide back after leading the first 5 laps. He's now been passed for 5th place, or 4th place actually. Jason Phillips, he slides back to 5th. George Harris is now trying to take a place away from the 3 of Zachary Tyler. This is for 7th. Right behind them, you got Marco Lavery and Charlie Smith rounding out the top 10. Guys starting to get single file here. So we're 13 laps into the run. Only takes about 22 to 23 seconds to do a lap here around Dover. As I said, the grip really starts to disappear around here, specifically after 10 laps or so. These guys are already about half a second off of their fastest lap. And like I said, by the end of the field run, they're going to be running about 2 seconds slower. So everybody's going to want tires on every pit stop that they make here.
Hey, Trevor, it's James. You got me?
James, welcome to the show.
Yeah, sorry, I've been having a little bit of technical difficulties tonight. Thanks for picking up the slack once again.
Yeah,
looks like we're
just
having some awesome racing. Some awesome racing at Dover.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could be out there, but hopefully we get a good show for us to watch tonight as well. So we see George Harris has gotten around the 3 of Zachary Tyler now. Zachary Tyler now under attack by Marco Lavery in the 23.
Was watching some practice earlier, and Robert Lavery was topping the time charts there for a little while. So I expect him to stay fast.
Yeah, I think he was about 3rd or 4th fastest overall in practice and qualified 5th, if I remember correctly. And I mentioned earlier in the show, he also finished 5th here last season, and the 4 drivers that finished ahead of him aren't in this race. So he's my maybe underdog pick to win tonight.
Right on.
Although he's just got passed by Jason Phillips for 4th place, or he's fallen back to 4th, I mean.
I heard you mention tires are going to be the name of the game tonight. You're going to be wanting tires every time they stop. If they have enough tires.
Oh,
and we're yellow.
Let's see if we can.
Once again, I got to give credit to Trevor Mack for running cameras and doing the broadcast tonight.
I believe it
If we
was the
can catch
3.
something.
We're gonna have to take a look back here. Patient with me. I don't have a full screen worth of camera control, so we'll see if we can find what happened here.
All right, I'm working on my backup PC tonight as well, so we're making it work for you guys. Thanks again to everybody for tuning in. I think he got on the apron there. I hope there was more than that.
Yeah, I saw something behind him. So he
Into
gets
the
into the
wall,
wall. See if we can get a better view here.
chops
Down
the
to the
nose.
40 of Michael Harris. And it looks like John Aslin's a little bit sideways behind them as well, but everybody's saving it so far. Down on the apron. Yeah, not sure if we missed something here. I'm being told the 7 is actually the one that. Oh, there we go.
Oh
That's where
yeah.
the action is. The 25 and the 7 get together. See if we can get a better. Not sure how that happened.
Arguing over real estate. Like Chris came down, maybe didn't know John was there. Or John
Yeah,
came up and Chris
John
came
came up,
down.
Chris coming down.
Yeah.
It's just racing.
One of them racing deals.
Yeah, so 7 gets some damage to the tailgate. Doesn't look like anyone else had any major damage there, and pretty much everybody has hit pit road except for the 15 of Eric Thaler, who has stayed out all by himself. A couple of people are already taking tires as well. Hold on. Are we live? There we go. Now we're live. Yeah, not too sure what lap we're on here. I can't see my screen. I don't know if you can tell me, James, but yeah, it looks like about half the field took tires on that pit stop already.
I can tell you 10 minutes and 12 seconds have expired.
Does this show? Okay, so about 20 laps on their tires. Interesting. It'll be an interesting strategy for some people that didn't take tires. So the 96 of Travis Jones, 28 of Norm Snyder, 40 of Michael Harris did not take tires. Obviously, Eric Thaler stayed out, but I guess it looks like pretty much everyone else took their first set of tires here. So only 2 sets left for some people, only 3 sets left for others. If we end up getting a late caution or something, it might really work in the driver's favor who did not take tires right now. So we're getting ready to go back green here. The lights are off the pace truck. Eric Thaler's chosen the outside lane for the restart. Travis Jones to his inside. Hand this restart back over to you, James.
Eric Thaler stays out. Has the field under control. Look for Jason Phillips on the outside to be aggressive. Eric takes off. We're back to green flag racing. The field is bunched up again. These trucks were close for the first few laps till they finally fanned out a little bit, but I expect some more close racing. It is still early, so the smart guys are going to be a little patient here, but I think Eric, so much for being patient.
Slideways. Ryan settles in it as well.
What
Looks
a
like the
save.
96 and the 33. 4 of the top 5 drivers. All right. What's going on
Travis
here?
Jones and Jason Phillips were not excited about keeping it clean.
So it started with the 88 getting sideways, but it looked like he saved it. But I think maybe people checked up.
I think he got some help.
Caused a pile up there. Oh, let's see.
There. Came up into him. Jason was running high.
Oh, so the 96 checks up to avoid the sideways 88, which caused the 11 to check up into him and get sideways, and 38 just nowhere to go with those guys. Oh gosh, now my cameras are all over the place.
I tell you, I think Jason Phillips got lucky out of that one. His tires might have some flat spots on them. It might have be square tires, not round tires now. But he'll be happy not to
Yeah.
lose any positions.
Yeah, so second through fourth place involved in that one.
I feel like the 96 came up a little higher than the 88 thought he was going to. Right here. It looked like he left room. It wasn't intentional. And then who's that got into the 11? 33 got into the 11 there.
This is the view I'm looking for.
Oh, maybe the yeah.
Yeah, just can't really see, and just, you know, third place piles into second place piles into third place, and
Stack up.
that's all she wrote.
Eric Taylor's sitting pretty once again.
Yeah,
Tries
he's
to
thinking,
stay out.
there goes half my competition.
Well, at least a couple fast repairs. Eric Taylor hasn't used his. Jason hasn't either.
Yeah, so pretty much only the guys involved in that incident pit, along with a couple others. The 2397 hit pit road as well. Yeah, not sure if there was any fast repairs involved for the 4 that were in that incident, but they are now at the back of the pack. And the sun is gone now as well.
Yeah. Took the words out of my mouth. They have lights around Dover?
No. The track temp has dropped as well with the sun going away. At the start of the race, it was 96 degrees. It's now down to 90. It's going to add a little bit more grip to this place.
Charles Smith starting on the second row. Third row.
Yeah, it's brought some new players into this race. Michael Harris, Charlie Smith,
Zachary Tyler.
running at the back of the pack.
All right, what do you say we grab a gear and go racing once again? Second caution of the day. 15. Steps on the loud pedal. We're back to green flag racing.
Yeah, you see the 88 was very cautious on that restart with that slide he had overheating his tires. Just want to make sure he doesn't have any tire spin there. Kind of allowed Eric to get a good jump, but they both got a really good jump on the rest of the field. The 88 saying tires be damned. I want this lead.
He's right there trying to keep it clean with Eric and just check out and get a couple seconds over Charlie Smith and Michael Harris Jr. Travis Jones in the 96 has made his way back up to sixth. I don't know. It looks like he did not stop once again. So once he gets straightened out.
Whoa, more cars going in the wall. I think of, was it
And
Chris
yellow.
Thaler? I saw the 7 sideways again.
On the inside, he's got a
And is
truck
that
on
the
the
11 he
outside.
got up into? Yeah, 11 up into the wall. 7 goes up into him as well, and blocking the path of, it looks like the 33 once again, but the 33 sneaks on by. Well, if the 11 didn't use his fast repair last time, he's definitely got to use it now.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
going to be hurt. I hope he didn't use his fast repair so that he can use it now.
See if we can get one more angle on that caution there.
Yeah, the 11 was in the wall.
Yeah.
I think the 7 thought he left room, but there just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it looks like the 7 knew he was there, just thought maybe he had a few more inches. And more mixed up pit strategies. The 96 on pit road, the 3s on pit road, the 7 and the 11, of course, as well. Eric Thaler still has not made a pit stop.
At this rate, I don't blame him.
The
He's way out
11 was
front.
on pit road for 34 seconds, so that tells me he did not have a faster pair left. He must have used it on that first caution, and or that first wreck that he had, and now is sitting on pit road repairing, and he's back on pit road again. Oh, we might have another new winner here tonight, James. Well, the truck looks okay now. Don't have a real good view of it, but from our end, don't see any major damage at all. So maybe that's all it took, was about 30 to 40 seconds of repairs.
I'll be happy with that, not to lose a lap. Lights still on in the pace truck.
With all this going on, I've lost
we've
track
seen.
of who has tires and who doesn't.
Yeah, good point. Me too.
I just know that the 15 does not. It's going to take the outside again here on this restart. As always, in the YouTube chat, Charlie Smith has got some friends. Joey cheering for the number 29. It's our most popular driver in the YouTube comments.
Thanks for cheering in, Joey. You can always join us. Signups are always open and always free. Midwest-motorsports.com, where you can join us. Tell your friends. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see if we can bring Charlie some good luck tonight. So far, sitting fourth, biggest mover, up 7 spots from the starting spot. Still early. The most cautions we've seen in any race so far this season. I think we're all ready for some green flag racing. The Midwest Motorsports Truck Series back underway. Jason Phillips lead. Lets Eric take the lead without a fight. And they want to check out and say out of the carnage that goes on behind them.
Yeah, it looks just like the last restart. These two pulling away. The 40 back in third, and then a whole gaggle of cars here led by 33, which has already made his way back up to 4th place after being in that first caution. It's almost a battle there between the 87 and, oh yeah, Reinstall's already making his way back up as well. That truck does not look damaged to me. Up to 6th place. John Asselin in the 25, Travis Jones in the 96, battling for 7th. Jones, one of those trucks that was in the first caution as well. I believe he just took tires on that last caution though, because he did not take them on the first one. So it's probably got a little bit fresher tires than these guys right in front of him. And while we were away, snuck past the 15 for the lead. I think he's thinking, quick, while I'm ahead of the 11, I need to get as far ahead as I can.
Yeah, get that bonus point now. Still looking for a fuel number. Eric Thaler's the only one. Eric and Jason have not stopped for fuel.
Yeah, so they can do about 40 laps. We're on lap 38. With all the caution laps, I would think he can maybe go another 10 or so. But we'll see when he finally decides to come to pit road. Definitely wouldn't want to do it under green. You're probably going to go 2 laps down.
Your leader,
May
Jason,
not have a choice here.
Yeah, his hand's going to be forced here pretty soon. Working lap 39.
Spreading out here. So John Aslin's trying to find a way around Michael Harris.
John Aslin got a fast truck.
Looks like he had about 100 more horsepower there. Oh, well, I was going to say that the 33 is closing in on the 15, but he just smacked the wall off of turn 4. Falls back a little bit in this battle for second. Eric Thaler, Robert Lavery, Charlie Smith. Creeping in behind these guys is that number 11 truck. So the 33 is now going to try and make the move on the inside of the 15. Doesn't quite have the grip on the low side there. The 11's there now. Passing the 29 of Charlie Smith for 5th place.
Eric Thaler doing a good job of running that high line, leaving the lane open for him, but can't make it hard. Dustin Reinstedel in the wall again.
Oh my gosh.
This time with Charlie Smith. Side by side at Dover with only 40 laps in, you know. Risk reward.
Dustin's not having today. We're going to need a better. Let me try and rewind here. Get a better angle leading up to this crash. That's no good. That doesn't show us much either. All right, hold on.
Sometimes chase or far chase is the only one that gives us a really good view, but we need to take the magnet out of the 11. I think he feels like he's got a bullseye on his truck tonight.
Yeah, somebody's put a hit out on him tonight. All right, so let's see here. So you see the 29 in that gray and blue truck on the outside, the 11 on the inside. 29 doesn't get in the wall. It's like he thought he was clear and wanted to get a run to the 33 in front of him, and the 11 had a full nose to his inside there.
Yeah, at least a bumper. I don't know if he had a wheel on him, but again, I question the aggression. Where one pit stop in, you've already used a lot of your repairs. This is definitely going to be a fast repair unless he wants to sit in pit lane for laps at a time.
And Dustin's all out of luck now. Like
sometimes you just gotta let the race come to you. But he's got a big lead in the points. He's here to collect trophies.
The only driver to stay out on this one is Jason Phillips. Everybody else hit pit road.
Yeah, this is great for Eric Thaler.
The 49 right behind him, I believe, is a lap down of Riley Harris.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, Eric got his pit stop. He's finally got a new set of tires on there. I believe the 11 is still sitting on pit road now for 30 seconds, working on repairs to that truck. So looking like it's not gonna be his 6th win for the season tonight. Never say never with him, but
yeah,
kind of 3 strikes and you're out, I'm thinking with this one. And the sun's back out.
The concrete eye banks of Dover. Miles the Monster earning his name tonight.
Do you have any idea why I can't get out of the replay?
Uh, yes, TV1. You'll be on a driver that's on the track, and then
Yeah,
live if you
it's
can.
like
Oh, fast
yeah,
forward.
it
Hit
cuts to live for a second and then stops.
play.
Okay, I think we're live now. Sorry, just ignore our technical difficulties here. We'll get it figured out.
All good.
11 is still on pit road, so he's gone a lap down now.
Ouch.
Still sitting there, almost 2 minutes into his repairs.
Jason Phillips brings us back to green. Travis Jones second. Eric Thaler hangs on a third spot.
15 was given a big old bump to the 96 on that restart, trying to get him to get moving. So 96 gets real squirrely off of turn 2. So we know the 15 has new tires. Not sure about the 96, but they're definitely newer than the 88. So 88 is going to be a sit and duck here. So the 96 looks to the inside and is going to take the lead away coming out of turn 2.
The 88, Jason Phillips, a very cerebral racer, races smart. Willing to know, he knows when he wants to win the last lap, not the 50th lap.
Yeah, the 88's been, feel like, second in pretty much every race we've run this season, and that was second to the number 11. Number 11's not in the picture anymore, so he's got to be really thinking he's got a good shot to win tonight. A little bit different strategy than these guys. He's dropped back to 4th, but nothing too concerning.
Fast lap of the race so far, Robert Lavery up to third spot. At 33 truck. Likes Dover.
15, I believe, has the freshest tires out of everybody, so I'm sure he knows that. He's just taking it easy, waiting for these guys to wear, as the 15 and the 33 both scrape the wall out of turn 4. Side by side out of 2, that's where we've seen the most trouble tonight. You see the 15 again scrape the wall a little bit, but they were leaving each other plenty of room. Robert taking a look on the inside again, and he's just going to drive right on by. So Robert Lavery up to second place now. The Phillips has now dropped back to 6th place. The 25 and the 40 have got around him. Shout out to the 25, John Aslin, running in 4th place right now, as we got a battle for the lead.
Race.
96 slides up to the track. Robert Lavery is going to take over the lead of this race. Eric Taylor going for 2nd place as well. You know, I picked an underdog to win this race, Robert Lavery in the 33, but maybe I should have put some money on that.
Could come through, you know. Dover has a casino on site. Take your sports bets.
Hey, he's almost
Might
up
be a
to a
little
1
late now
second
to
lead
put it
now.
up. He gone.
Showing him how it's done.
23-3-1. That's the lap of the race so far. And still cranking out fast laps.
Yeah, almost a full 10th faster than anybody else's fastest lap. So it's pretty impressive. Nice battle going on behind him for third place between the 40, the 25, and the 96. I think the 96 has about 10 lap older tires than these guys right now. So a little bit of a disadvantage as you see the 3 and the VFW trucks sneaking in there as well. Zachary Tyler, the only other driver to win a race this season not named Dustin Reinsettle.
Right.
John Aslan still holding strong in 4th place.
Three, Zachary Tyler. Looks like he wants some of that. I'd like to see John Aslan have a good run. I'd also like to see Zachary Tyler back up his Daytona win with another good run.
Yeah, it looks like the 3's pushing a little bit too hard. You keep seeing the rear end slide out a little bit on the exit of the turns. It's just heating up those tires even more, and now he's starting to fall back into the clutches of the 40. There he goes again, the rear end sliding out from under him. The trucks do have a new aero package as of this week from the update this past Tuesday. It's supposed to give them a little bit more realistic handling. The practice I did, I didn't really notice much of a difference, except they felt a little bit more loose. So 3 sliding the rears again off of turn 2.
Comes the 40. Michael Ayers Jr. My Stock Cars Series cohort on Sundays. Broadcasting partner Michael Ayers Jr. Not wanting to push his Zachary.
Clear for a second, but then the 40 got a little loose and had to get out of the gas. No, 3's loose again.
You need to use, yeah, you need to use all the exit, all the track on the exit. And if you don't have it, you're too wide on the exit. Like the outside lane, really.
Yeah, the track with the downhill into turn 1 and uphill out of turn 2 and turn 4, it really likes to kind of shoot you out towards the wall. So it doesn't help if there's another car out there. Now it looks like the 40's got a good enough run. He's going to clear him off of turn 4. Michael Harris Jr. up to 4th place.
Freeway battle.
Yeah, battle for 7th here. Travis Jones, Charlie Smith, Marco Library. Sure, Marco would be pretty excited to know his dad's leading this race. Trying to get past these two to get up there and race with him. '96 scrapes the wall a little bit again. Again, much older tires now than the rest of the field, so he's just going to continue to drop back there. Battles now between the 29 and the 23. Nothing new up front. The 33 still just has a whoa. I believe, was that the 20? No, that was the 23 that got super loose off of turn 2.
A good job gathering it back up. Easy to overreact there.
Yeah, you see how much of the track you use when you get loose. So if it just so happens that there is another truck to either side of you when that happens, that's where these cautions occur. As you see the 88 pulling on the pit road. Hasn't pit since lap 20, I believe. So he's in dire need of some fuel and some tires here.
He wants to stop the bleeding.
We keep missing these lead changes. Eric Thaler is now taking the lead. from the 33. I looked a second ago and he was 7/10 of a second back, so I'm not sure if the 33 got loose or scraped the wall a little bit, but Eric Taylor is retaking the lead here. Michael Harris all over the back of the 25 for a few laps now. This is for third place. And the 40's got a run. Gets a little loose off of turn 4, but he should be able to clear him in turn 1 here. As Eric Thaler's now stepped out to almost a 2-second lead over Robert Lavery. Battle for 8th and 9th here. Travis Jones, Ron Schomer, 96 and 97. The 11 behind them, but the 11 is 9 laps down. So definitely not winning tonight. I think that's safe to say now.
He's 9 laps down from Riley Harris, maybe even more down from the leader. I tell you what, Jason Phillips lost a lap, almost 2 laps, hitting under green.
Yeah. Pit road here is something else. One, it's kind of a weird angle to get on. You got to check up a little bit earlier, pretty much right at the entry of turn 3. And then it's also only a 35-mile-per-hour speed limit, which you just feel like you're crawling around this track on pit road.
I'm sure Jason feels like a superhero coming through the field, but the question is he gaining on Eric Thaler? The answer is not enough.
Michael Harris now battling for 2nd place. Robert Lavery. The 33's lost all the goodie on his tires. Well, the whole field kind of has. You see them all sliding around now. Should be coming to pit road in about 8 to 10 laps for another pit stop here.
Which will be good for Jason Phillips on the 88 to get back on the same strategy.
He'll probably, with how much faster the new tires are, like about 2 seconds, he'll probably have the lead for at least a short while once this pit cycle completes. Whoa, the 7 gets real loose off of turn 2, brings it all the way down to the apron, and able to hold it there. As you can see, the 40, I believe, is faster than the 33, but it's just so hard with this lap traffic is you really don't want to go 3 wide. So whenever you catch a lap car, you kind of got to wait for the guy in front of you to pass him before you can start trying to attack him again.
$33 doing a really good job. Doing a good job of keeping his truck as wide as possible.
Yeah, you see the 33 getting in the wall a little bit. The 40 went all the way to the inside of the track just in case the 33 needed more room. Smart forward thinking there. Not clear yet. He's got him here out of turn 4, so Michael Harris now up to 2nd place, 5 seconds behind the leader. Charlie Smith, Marco Lavery battling for 6. The lap truck of Riley Harris in the way a little bit. think this is the longest green flag run that we've had all night. So these guys are really going to be having to hold on for dear life here. Not sure if the audio comes through on the broadcast or not, but I feel like no matter which group of trucks we're looking at, we're just constantly hearing the sound of sheet metal scraping against the wall. This is the closest battle on the track here. The 3 dropping back a little bit. The 23 of Marco Lavery is going to get by. Charlie Smith right behind these guys, looking to take a spot as well away from the 3. Yeah, it looks like the 3 just no grip at all. Just sliding everywhere. Probably just waiting until he's in his fuel window so he can come to pit road, which should be any lap here. It's now been 40 laps for most drivers since the last pit stop, so with a couple of caution laps factored in. Yeah, I don't know how these guys are holding on to it. It just looks like their nose is pointed towards the wall, all of them, at a turn 2. And turn 4.
5 seconds to lead for Eric Thaler.
Yeah,
Monster
don't even really
gap.
have another car or another truck in shot here. I was just waiting to see who's going to make that first move to pit road. It's not going to be the final pit stop. Well, I guess depending on how much longer they can go, but you'd probably still need one more after this. As Chris Thaler's on pit road. He was not on the lead lap though. John Asplin now looking to get by the 33 for 3rd place. Got a little bit of a run to the inside here. Able to complete the pass even with getting pretty loose out of turn 4. Another truck on pit road, Riley Harris, but again, he's not on the lead lap, so still none of our lead lap trucks have hit pit road, except Jason Phillips about 10 laps ago. And Robert Lavery, the first of the lead lap trucks to hit pit road, and he's got his son following him right behind. So I don't believe they can make it from here. I think that's a little bit too much of a stretch. So these guys for sure will have to pick the leader on pit road now. So I think this pretty much is saying everybody's got to make one more stop. You're not going to run 52 laps on a tank of fuel. Although if anyone could do it, it would be the 15. So you see the 40 and the 25, 29 to 3, everybody on pit road this time except the 97.
And Jason Phillips in the 88. He might be able to make it one more stop.
Back on the lead lap.
Lap 67. So if he goes to 100, to be able to be cleared at 130.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting strategy. So he for sure has to pit once more, but so does everybody else. But with the little bit of tire advantage that he's going to have, he's going to take over the lead here. He's going to have that again after the next pit stop. So I really do think it could work in his favor when there's probably only going to be about 10 laps left, 10 to 15 laps left when these guys pit again, if there's no caution. And I don't know if that would be enough time to close the gap that Jason Phillips is going to have over them.
No cautions, no whammies, no whammies. Is what Jason Phillips is saying. He wants to play out naturally.
Yeah, so the 40 came off pit road ahead of the 15. And he was 5 seconds behind before the pit stop. So something happened with the 15 on pit road. Maybe
Only
drove through his
3/4
box.
tenths. Half
But
half a second, not much.
yeah, they're about
Not much time
20
difference
seconds
stop
behind the
anyway.
88 though. So
Yeah.
88 will have to pit about 10 to 15 laps sooner than they do, but I think it'll give him a large enough lead that they probably won't be able to track him down before the end of this race.
Could it be the night for the 88? Stick around, we'll find out together. 88's letting the new tires go.
I think this win would mean a lot for Jason. You know, he's won on a road course, he's won at Daytona, but I think he'd really like to win on an oval that's not, you know, not a drafting track.
I agree 100%. Shout out to his wife, Jen Phillips. Hope you're watching, Jen. If not, know we're all thinking about you. Happy holidays to everybody out there. Hope you're getting some cool, fun sim stuff for Christmas. You got a wish list there, Trevor?
Nah, I got everything I could ever need. Maybe a win in the stock car series. That's my wish list.
There you go. Well, if you're on the nice list,
Right about now,
love
I could
to
use
see
another monitor though.
There you go. Michael Ayers Jr. will take over the lead when Jason Phillips comes into pit. Looks like he's pulling away from Eric Thaler. Over 2 seconds now. Almost 3.
Yeah. It's only about a second and a half when they came off pit road. So, yeah, if we get to talk to Eric after the race, we're going to have to find out what happened on that pit stop. It cost him about 6 or 7 seconds there. So he had a clean entry. We saw him enter pit road. He didn't spin out or anything, so we'll have to see. Still the closest battle on the track for 7th place here between Charlie Smith and Zachary Tyler. So keeping track of the number of laps as well that it takes the 40 and the 15 to catch the 88 after that pit stop, so it'll give us a better idea of what that next stop might be like. He is on 22 lap older tires than everybody else.
Our old buddy Brandon Cotton checking in on the YouTube. Says, Trevor, you missed your chance for a W tonight. I don't know. You'd have to work pretty hard to get around these guys, but
I don't know. After Dustin was taken out, I was kind of second guessing myself, but prior to the race, I really didn't want to take the ego hit that getting lapped by the 11 at one of my better tracks would have done to me.
All right, we get to test your road course prowess on Sunday.
Oh yeah, don't expect much from me next week. I'm just there to represent the hometown.
Right.
Battle for 3rd here between the 15 and 33.
Here he comes. The 88's in the pits.
Yeah, so this will be his final stop.
Get the 40 the lead.
Everything goes clean. The 40's taking over the lead. He'll get a bonus point for a lap led there. 33 was starting to look like he was going to pass the 15, but I think maybe Eric Thaler decided it might be time to go. Well, he was starting to drive away before they caught the lap traffic.
Cloud cover came back over. Got a little dark here, hopefully only for a second.
40 is actually extending his lead, now up to over 3.5 seconds over the 15 and the 33 behind him.
33 is making a move. Can he make it stick? No. Not yet. They were side by side there for a minute. Like you said, lap traffic.
I think the 33 is maybe pushing a little bit harder as well. We saw how fast he was at the beginning of the last run and then slipped back to 3rd or 4th place by the end of the fuel run. Guys had a little bit easy time getting by him. Now the 15's really starting to pull away. They've cleared the lap traffic. Jason Phillips 1 lap down, but again, made his final pit stop. So it was about 25 laps that Jason Phillips pit after, what am I trying to say here? Not 25, 15 laps after these guys pit, and they were about 5 seconds behind him at the time. So down to 26 laps left. You know, someone could pull a little bit of a different strategy, make their final pit stop now to get the most out of whatever tires they got. But if nobody pulls that strategy, I believe 88 might win this race. I think if anyone wants a shot at him, they got to pit in the next 5 laps or so. Another big underdog story would be the 40 wins this race. This has got to be the best race that he's had here. I can't think of another one where he's had this big of a lead and not by any sort of funky strategy at all.
Yeah, we see that here as he goes into the safer barrier. But yes, long overdue for a good showing. I don't think he's been in the top 3 even. So a podium here would be great for Michael, much less a win.
Yeah, not too concerned about going into the safer barrier. I think we've seen every single truck do that, what, at least 10 times tonight?
Bounced right off, pancake.
$20 laps to go. And still waiting to see if anyone's going to pit early.
Did anybody make it all the way? Be 40 laps. We did have a couple of cautions. I think Eric went almost 50.
They are going pretty slow. He did go about 50, but there was 2 cautions in there as well. Right. So they are going about 1.5 seconds slower than their fastest time, which they shouldn't be that slow, having only pit, you know, about 20 laps ago. Yeah, I just don't see them. If the fuel mileage is really only 40 to 42 laps, I don't know how they could run 52 because you're not out of the throttle that much here. I've been surprised before, though. The only thing with that is that everybody's kind of running around the same lap time, so right. I don't know if everybody's that good at saving fuel. $15 is reeling in the 40, though. It was a 3.5 second lead down to just over 1 second now. So you can get them both in the same shot. Go on board with the 15 here as he reels in the 40.
Great shots looking through the windshield. The roller coaster.
Looks like the 15's been about 0.2 of a lap faster the last few laps than the 40. So should be right on his tail in the next 3 to 4 laps here. Lets his dad go by. Kind of blocks his view. Chris Thaler on fresh tires. I believe 2 laps down. Or sorry, 8 laps down. Gap's now only 0.6 of a second. Still no one pitting, which makes me think that maybe they can make it on fuel. Maybe my fuel numbers are just completely off here. I'm no Larry McReynolds. But just the fact that nobody has tried to pit to try and match Jason Phillips' strategy, it seems a little bit weird to me with only 12 laps left. Sure the 88's thinking the same thing, like, can these guys are really make it on fuel? As the 50 or the 40 gets into the wall, 15's gonna have a run now on the exit of turn 2. This 15 scrapes the wall now a little bit, still side by side. Out of turn 4, Eric Thaler's going to clear him and take over the lead of this race once again. So the 15's got the advantage now. 40 getting real loose. Everybody's starting to get real loose again. So the question is, with 10 laps to go, can these guys make it on fuel? May also just be doing the math wrong. Maybe they only need to make it 44 laps instead of 50. So that sounds a lot more doable.
Coming up on 8 laps to go. What a win this would be for Eric Thaler. We haven't talked to him in victory lane for a while. Don't take the hats to victory lane just yet.
I wonder if we can see, when was old Eric Thaler's last victory?
Need our
Not
stats
win at
guy.
all last season.
Nope. It was a little shorter season last season. Once again, thanks to everybody for joining us on YouTube, midwest-motorsports.com, where you can find us.
And last win, April 4th, 2025, at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for Eric Thaler. It's about 8 months ago. Truck Series, yeah.
Wow.
Five laps to go now.
The godfather, the founder, one of the founding brothers of Midwest Motorsports, Eric Thaler. He and his brother's vision of having a racing league where people could come get together, have fun. Started with one night a week. Quickly developed into 3 nights a week. Huge Discord following. Founding father, the Godfather, Eric Thaler, 4 laps away from his first truck victory since April, according to our stats guy.
It's hard to believe how many races he's won and everything, but yeah, it's been a little bit partly due to the Dustin Reinsettle domination that we've had. According to the all-time stats, Eric Thaler has 36 wins total across all series in Midwest Motorsports. This would be his 37th. Second in wins behind Dustin Reinsettle.
White flag is out. Next flag ends the race. Eric Thaler played his cards just right. Had a fast truck, stayed out for the first 2 cautions. Stayed out of trouble, kept his nose clean. And now, through turns 3 and 4 for the final time, 24-degree banking. Miles the Monster, Eric Thaler, the Godfather of Midwest Motorsports, comes across with the win. Robert Lavery, Trevor Mack's pick, brings it home in P2. And look at this, Michael Harris Jr. with the well-earned podium tonight. 0.18 seconds behind the 33, so great battle for second place.
Well, that was a fun race.
What an awesome race. I don't know about
you, but I really enjoyed that one. See if we can.
Unfortunate for some, brings fortune for others.
Yeah, so let's get our full race results up here. Bring you through the field as James prepares our interviews with our top 3 finishers. Not used to saying this. Last place was Dustin Reinsettle in 15th. Riley Harris finished 14th. Chris Thaler was in 13th. Norm Snyder finishes 12th. George Harris finishes 11th. Jason Phillips, on that little bit of a different strategy, will finish 10th. Zachary Tyler in 9th place. Ron Schomer finishes 8th. Travis Jones brings it home in 7th. Charlie Smith in 6th place. Marco Lavery will finish 5th. John Aslin is your 4th place finisher, and we got our interviews coming up with some fresh faces here. Michael Harris Jr. in 3rd, Robert Lavery in 2nd, and your winner was Eric Thaler.
What an awesome race. Over the 24-degree concrete banking. Miles the Monster bit some of our regular season regulars, but you had to be there at the end. And somebody who was there at the end, our Sunday night broadcast host, Michael Harris Jr. Hey, Michael, it's James and Trevor in the booth. You got us?
I got you, boys.
Man, you had to earn that one, Michael. Congratulations, man. You made it to the podium in the Truck Series on merit. Congratulations on a great race, Michael. Talk us through it.
Thank you. Yeah, I admittedly had no idea how I got there. I just found myself behind Jason he needed one more pit stop to go, and I went, oh man, I might actually make podium. I might win. I don't know. But yeah, it was just crazy with all the cautions and everything else, and just was able to manage tires until that last run.
You were fast, and you and the 33 were going at it there the last few laps, but all throughout the race. You had a couple close calls earlier too. Your race seat going to be okay?
Yeah, no, it's no code browns for me. I was just happy that Dustin and Travis held their brakes there. That was the closest that I got to a big wreck, but I just wanted to do it beforehand, before the race, but I did want to at least honor this finish to my grandfather. He passed away the week of Thanksgiving, and we're doing his funeral tomorrow.
Oh man, that's a great way to honor him, Michael. We're definitely thinking about you, man, you and your family. In our thoughts, man. But congratulations. Hopefully this brings a little smile to your weekend. And yeah, we'll be thinking about you, buddy.
All right, absolutely. Thank you, boys.
Yeah, sorry for your loss.
Congratulations. You got anything else, Trevor?
No, not really. I was just gonna say, it was awesome seeing you leading the race for a good chunk of laps there, and proud to see you get a good finish. So good job, buddy.
Thank you.
That's third place, and right just in front of him, a race to the line, under 0.2 of a second, Robert Lavery. Congratulations, Robert. Great race. You were fast in practice, and you brought that speed to the race too. How did your race play out?
Oh, rough. Wow. Whew, that was rough. Yeah, I got that lead earlier, and I burnt my tires up because I was like, oh man, these guys are fast. And I burnt my tires up because I just wasn't running my line. These guys push you to a limit, and this is the first time I was actually out running, first for a few laps. So that the kind of jitters got me, but I learned on that stint, saved my tires, and that's what I did. Got a little squirrely a little bit on that last stint, and then somehow I pulled it through. Oof! This Midwest Motorsports is awesome.
Yeah, your stats at this track seem to be. I know you haven't been here that long, so we don't have a lot to go off, but it seemed to be a lot better than every other track. What's it about Dover that you like so much?
I like banks. The banks, I don't know what it is. Banks, more bank, I do better. Flats, I stink at.
Well, you definitely had a lot of speed tonight. Yeah, you led for a little bit, but it looks like uh, not the best tire saving strategy there. But we're able to steal away that second place right at the end of the race. So a really impressive run from you tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Great to see you doing well, man. And we'll look for you next week too. Congratulations on a great second place, Robert.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
Glad to have you in the league. And the winner for the first time since April of this year, a little dry spell for the Godfather, Eric Thaler. You bring it home in Victory Lane tonight. Congratulations, Eric. Talk us through your race.
Yeah, thanks, James. Well, it started off fairly well. Everybody pit there, and I stayed out. Kind of just a mixed strategy, and I was calculating fuel in my head as they were going in, and I was like, I think I can make it here. So that kind of, I don't know if it worked out, but it did work out for my favor there towards the end. Kind of didn't shuffle me towards the back or whatnot. So um, that worked out, and my last stop there, I was running into my box, and the 33 was coming out of his, and I just overshot the box because he was hitting me right as soon as I was coming up to the flag. So I had I'd blown that 4 or 5 second lead, whatever I had there in pit lane, and good job to Michael to get out there in front and run some laps there, and I was just trying to be patient and not burn my tires up too quick, and it worked out.
Well, first off, congratulations on the win. I got two questions for you. First one being, where was the burnout?
I don't think I've ever done one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's I guess I just always come up and park it. Kind of my thing, I guess.
Okay, I've never broadcast for one of your wins yet, so I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
And then second, I want to know what you were thinking when you were leading the race early and you saw the four guys behind you all take each other out.
Uh, well, I mean, I feel bad for Dustin, but I know he would have been a strong competitor there towards the end for sure. So it kind of ruffled him up, and I was just kind of glad I wasn't part of it. Anything can be crazy, on these shorter tracks like this, and it was slick as you had some fresh tires on you. So you had to watch it, and luckily mine were, I guess, half worn there, and I was lucky enough just to miss it. But I was kind of letting some guys by that had some fresh tires, and I could have been wound up in it.
Yeah, a
So
lot of
again,
craziness out there. It just kind of depends on who was around you when it was all going on.
Yeah, for sure.
the right strategy plays out. Now, out in front, keeping your nose clean seemed to be the good strategy, especially early on. And it paid off tonight. What do you think about Mosport next week?
Yeah, I
Going
don't
road course
mind.
racing.
Yeah, I don't mind Motorsport. I love the road race. I wish I could do more of it. Uh, Hopefully, I can compete there. I do have a few that I think will be strong there, especially Jason Phillips. I think he's going to be strong next weekend. But I'm going to give it some laps here tomorrow and see if I can't, figure out my breaking points and whatnot. But I do enjoy road racing and looking forward to going back to Mosport for in the truck series here.
Well, it's glad to see. We're all glad to see you back in Victory Lane. To create you and Justin's vision of creating a league where everybody could come and have fun 2 or 3 nights a week has come to fruition, and it's good to see you get some just reward out of it too, man. Congratulations on a great win tonight, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Congrats to Michael and Robert
Robert.
and
Yep.
and ran real clean there at the end, and was they were being patient and it was a great race. So appreciate those guys. Appreciate everybody in here, and thank you too. Appreciate what you guys do.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad to do it. Well, we did it. We made it through. Trevor, thanks again for joining the race and making up for my technical difficulties tonight. Um, Always a pleasure calling the race with you. You bring a lot of expertise to the race. Any final words before we run out?
I'm just gonna say I'm glad that we finally had a full race, well, almost a full race of the two of us back together in the booth. So
Yeah,
it's nice to have you back in here, and what an exciting race to be able to broadcast tonight. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
I agree. For all the Midwest Motorsports admins that make this league great, I'm James J. reminding you, stay in your lane. And Josh approves this message.